Alright, YouTube and Fallout community. So one of my followers on Twitter linked me to an article from Vice talking about this YouTuber who went and discovered every single location in Fallout 4, and it took him 750 hours. So the article was linked to me from my dude right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I don't even know if I can. But the article's a little bit older. It's from like November of 2016. So it's not super old. It's only a few months old, but it's something that kind of went under the radar. I haven't heard anybody at all talk about this. So I'm kind of thankful when people link me to kind of interesting articles and things that I can talk about. They start off the article with, it takes about 41 minutes to walk from one side of Fallout 4's world to the other. Along the way, the game points out a number of locations to explore, but that's just the start. There are hundreds of that the game doesn't call out, little stories from the wasteland for players to discover on their own. As you will have seen the correction at the beginning of the video, I meant that he discovers all the unmarked locations. Obviously, it's pretty easy to find all the major locations of the game. But yeah, he goes through, I guess, the maps of Bethesda's games, because he does this for Skyrim, and I think he's doing it for New Vegas and Fallout 3 as well, where you just go and find every unmarked location, which is kind of a cool concept, I guess. It also goes on to read, most people will see a few, but Thomas, skipping all that, wanted to see all 291 optional locations. After 9 months and 750 hours of playtime, he finally did. Most of the article is just kind of information about him personally and not so much this actual subject. It's more about his like history with Bethesda and his YouTube channel and da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, I don't know what exactly constitutes an unmarked location because they actually go on to show a little clip of him discovering, if you've ever seen the giant like thermal energy prototype thing on the back of the flatbed truck, you can find it in like this kind of grassy area. You can access a terminal and it'll make it explode. Well, that's been like found forever, and if you consider that an unmarked location, like fuck, you know how many unmarked locations there are in Fallout? So according to the article, he was doing YouTube for himself, which I find, like, let's be honest, it's kind of BS. You don't just do YouTube for yourself, you do it to entertain people and to grow your channel. Anyways, according to the article, he had like 20 or 30 subs, and a friend recommended that he post his like idea or his YouTube channel to Reddit, and apparently caught on, and he gained, like, within the course of a month, he gained about 4,000 subscribers, which I gotta be honest, I'm a little jealous of. I've been at this shit for a couple years now, and he just blew up in like a month to like double what I have. That's kind of angry to me. Now back to the subject at hand. Now first off, before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm not going to pretend like discovering every single unmarked location in a Bethesda game is any kind of small feat. It definitely is a pretty interesting and difficult thing to do. Now, that being said, like, he spent 750 hours doing this. Now, if you don't know, if you can't do the quick math in your head, that's about 31 actual days. That takes, if you do this, 750 divided by 24, it's like 31.25 or something like that. Like, 31 days of his actual life was spent doing this for, I don't know, man. He got some substantial growth from it, which is pretty cool, and it's a cool idea and stuff, but, like, that is a long fucking time to do this one specific thing. And I don't even know how you track unmarked locations unless there's, like, some websites or something online that allow you to, that have them all discovered. I don't know if that's even possible because, unmarked locations aren't on, you have to look at your local map to even see them. And if you're doing like that, again, like that prototype reactor thing on the back of that truck, if that counts as an unmarked location, then there's kind of almost countless amounts. Now, just as some references and just to compare some shit, on my actual playthrough, I have 412 locations discovered. Now, obviously, discovered locations is different from your unmarked locations. There's no way, unless you do, I guess, videos, to really track all the locations that you have actually found that are unmarked. But all the same, 412 locations is quite a bit. And on the same file, I only have 7 days of playtime, which, if you do the math, obviously, that's... He's got more than 4 times my playtime to discover, every unmarked location. And to me, that just seems like, I don't know, the number seems really, really high. Now, my guess is maybe he walked like every inch of the fucking Commonwealth, maybe brought up his local map every couple of steps to look and see if there's like a hidden door somewhere or something. I don't know, dude. I just don't see how you put that much time, man, because I've discovered pretty much every location that for the most part, because some locations are locked behind quests and factions and shit, and this is the locations that are discovered on my file are also including Nuka World and Far Harbor, obviously. So I've discovered pretty much every location there is to discover that you can fast travel to and shit. Now, obviously, as you can tell by looking at the stats, I haven't cleared like half those locations. And I'm pretty sure he does with the unmarked locations. He, views them. He tries to figure out the stories of the locations, which is it's a really cool idea. I'm not trying to bash the guy, but you're talking an immense amount of time for the series on his YouTube channel, man. I don't know. You're talking an entire month of your life for these YouTube videos. As we talked about before, the article is a little bit older. So since that article came out, he's about 4,000 4,000. He's over 5,000 right now. And the thing that I kind of want to talk about here is, like, his channel blew up because of what he's doing, yet his views are kind of terrible. If you look at his recent videos, they go back as far as 2 weeks, and not one of these videos has broke 100 views, and he's got way more, you know, he's almost got triple my subscribers. Again, I'm not trying to bash the guy, I'm not trying to say one of us is better than the other or worse than the other, but, you know, he's working towards being, you know, triple my sub count, yet if I upload a video, that shit usually has 100 views within a few hours, depending on the subject, of course. Sometimes it'll take about a day to get 100 views, but he has videos as old as 2 weeks that don't break that, and it's kind of weird, like I said, because his channel blew up for his content, yet people aren't really watching his content. I wish I had, you know, 5,100 subscribers. My views are already pretty damn great for my sub count. My views would be phenomenal if I had, you know, 5,100 subscribers. I wish I had that sub. Something I forgot to add earlier is that 750 hours of discovering the unmarked locations is just the Commonwealth at the time of the article, of course. He hadn't even done, you know, Far Harbor or Nuka World yet. That was just the base game, man. And there's no telling how long it would take him to do those other ones. I'm sure they're done by now. But, dude, that is, again, crazy amount of time. So I'll link his channel below, guys, if you want to check it out. Again, it's an original idea. I'll give kudos to the guy for, you know, having an original concept for a channel. I definitely haven't heard about this or anybody else doing this for Bethesda's video games and shit. I think it's a cool idea. I definitely want to go check out his channel at some point, like actually watch a lot of his videos. And there's probably so many locations that a lot of us have never discovered, and there's a very good chance he could show us some new shit. Because even, you know, I can go back and play Fallout 3, and I'll still discover locations, unmarked locations I've never found before, and he could definitely help us all do that. Anyways, guys, thought that was a pretty interesting article. You might want to hear about it. Probably not a lot of people have heard about this. Thought it was kind of cool. Shout out to my dude on Twitter for linking me to it. Again, if you guys find any kind of cool Bethesda articles and stuff and link me to them, I have no problem shouting you out. If you went on to enjoy the video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description and the outro. Later.